Today, of course, granted bail to senior AAP leader Sanjay Singh. Surprisingly, the Enforcement Directorate didn't object to the bail and submitted in the apex court that Sanjay Singh's custody was no longer required. This, of course, goes against the grain, viewers, of how the ED has been resolute in challenging the bail in the cases of Manish Sisodia and, of course, Arvind Kejriwal. Sanjay Singh's bail comes days after the Enforcement Directorate arrested, as I told you, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor policy case. Singh was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, as you might recall, viewers, in October 2023 and was the second senior-most leader from the Aam Aadmi Party to go to prison in connection with the Delhi liquor policy case. Earlier in February 2023, the CBI arrested Delhi's former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who was later handed over to the ED and finally went into judicial custody, into Tihar, viewers. That's where Arvind Kejriwal, his boss, is. The Supreme Court bench ordered that Sanjay Singh be released on bail in the Delhi liquor policy case. The ED submitted that they no longer required the custody of Sanjay Singh. But the ED's decision to not oppose Singh's bail plea was not as surprising, as it came after the Supreme Court told the ED's counsel that there was no recovery of proceeds of crime or money trail with regard to Sanjay Singh. And this is what, viewers, the court said. Mr. Raju, please keep in mind, we have to, as per Section 45, observe in favor of the petitioner. Please understand the implications of that during the trial. So get instructions on whether you need further custody. The ED, of course, had earlier argued that Sanjay Singh was the key conspirator because another accused turned approver called Dinesh Singh had accused him of taking a bribe. Now, viewers, the ED says, on the basis of what Dinesh Singh said, that Sanjay Singh is a key conspirator in the liquor scam. He's associated with the accused turned approver Dinesh Arora since 2017. Sanjay Singh received proceeds of crime worth 2 crores. 1 crore, according to Arora, was paid as a bribe by accused Sameer Mahendru. 1 crore was delivered to Sanjay Singh from Indo Spirits office in Okhla. The accused Mahendru, according to Dinesh Arora, paid the bribe at the behest of Vijay Nair. Now, who was Vijay Nair, viewers? He's a member of the Aam Aadmi Party. He was allegedly close to Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal, of course, says that he reported to Mr. Bhardwaj, Saurabh Bhardwaj and Atishi Marlena of the party. Both are, of course, ministers today. Dinesh Arora also said that Singh received 1 crore from bribe accused Abhishek Bonapalli. Call detail records confirm Dinesh Arora's allegations. That's what the Enforcement Directorate said. But viewers, Sanjay Singh's lawyers have said that, look, people do call ministers and it doesn't by its own prove beyond reasonable assumption that money exchanged hands also. The Supreme Court bench observed that the statements given by accused turned approver Dinesh Arora had nothing in them to implicate Sanjay Singh. The court order sparked a war of words, with the AAP claiming vindication and the BJP hitting back. So is the AAP right that the order in Singh's case will have a positive impact on both Kejriwal and Sisodia's case? There's no doubt that the money trail is crucial to bail provisions under Section 45 of the PMLA 2002. Now, viewers, let me take you through the twin conditions for bail under Section 45 of the PMLA. Prima facie satisfaction that accused has not committed an offence. Accused is not likely to commit any offence while on bail. Justice Sanjiv Khanna said, you have kept him in custody, which is of course Sanjay Singh, in custody for 6 months. Dinesh Arora has not initially implicated him. Later on, in a statement, he does. Fact of the matter is that money has not been recovered. Please keep that in mind, that we are required to record in terms of Section 45 that he has prima facie not committed an offence. That could have its own ramifications in trial, unquote. The ED, of course, will insist that it's not possible to compare Singh's case with Kejriwal's case or even Sisodia's case, because in both of these cases, a money trail exists, according to the ED, of course. With regards to Sisodia, the ED charge, with rather regards actually to Kejriwal, the ED's case is that Kejriwal demanded 100 crore kickbacks from the South Group for favours via policy. That Kejriwal's aide Vijay Nair was the middleman to secure the kickbacks. 45 crores from the proceeds of crime were used in AAP's Goa campaign. As AAP convener, Kejriwal was the ultimate decision maker, and AAP has committed offence of money laundering via Kejriwal. This is what the ED claims, viewers. And if the money trail stands up to scrutiny, then it satisfies condition of Section 3 of the PMLA Act of 2002. A person, this Act says, shall be guilty of offence of money laundering if such person is found to have directly or indirectly attempted to indulge or knowingly assisted or knowingly is a party or is actually involved in one or more of the following processes or activities connected with the proceeds of crime: concealment, possession, acquisition, use, projecting as untainted property, claiming as untainted property. All of these various subsections, viewers. And of course, the ED claims that Mr. Kejriwal was an expert at concealment, possession and acquisition, and that he was, of course, connected with the proceeds of crime, and he also went ahead and gave this money, this proceed of crime, to campaigners in Goa, his party in Goa, to be spent on the elections. Now, viewers, in Sisodia's case, of course, the Supreme Court has already pointed to the prima facie existence of a money trail. The Supreme Court on Manish Sisodia, October 30th, 2023 said, money trail of rupees 338 crore has been tentatively established in the Delhi excise policy case, unquote. Therefore, viewers, Sanjay Singh's case is, in the context of this larger ED probe, an outlier. And that the benefit that has been given to Sanjay Singh, the BJP and the ED claim, will not apply to Team Kejriwal. Now, viewers, let's open this up and have a conversation, because this is a very important turning point, some would say, at least the AAP claims in this case. And I want to first begin with Mr. Sirsa. Mr. Sirsa, many people are saying this is a big embarrassment for the Bharatiya Janata Party today, given the fact that Sanjay Singh has been given bail because money trail is not established. So if you extrapolate from here, it's quite clear that even Sisodia and Kejriwal will get benefit. That's what the AAP has said. How do you answer to this?
So first thing is, it is nothing to do with BJP, it is between the ED and the court and the Sanjay Singh. But the very interesting fact, I think today it has been decided by the Honorable Supreme Court that Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal are main kingpin of liquor scam. Now you'll say how? When same Justice Sanjiv Khanna rejected the bail petition of Manish Sisodia, citing the reason that there is a money trail of 338 crore rupees. Now which bench is this? This is the bench of Justice Sanjiv Khanna. So after this bail was rejected on 30th October, Manish Sisodia ji went to Supreme Court for a curative petition, which was also dismissed by saying that the judgment given by Justice Khanna is a good judgment and you have no right to challenge that. We dismiss this case. This case is not made out. Now, one thing is proved today. Aam Aadmi Party used to shout and say कि हमारा तो सबूत ही कोई नहीं है जी. When we used to ask ये जेल में क्यों है, says कि ऐसा provision ही नहीं है इनको bail मिल सके. PML में there is no provision of bail, so they are in jail. Okay. Now they are out of bail. One thing is clear, that the Honorable Justice Sanjiv Khanna, while deciding the case of Manish Sisodia, has categorically said कि 338 करोड़ रुपए की money trail है. So it is established. And by giving bail today to Sanjay Singh, that too, when ED choose not to oppose, for the reason good known to them, but they said, when bail application moved, they said, we don't want to oppose him, you can grant him bail. I think so, because all the accused are arrested now, so there was no use of putting him in jail.
So you're saying, Mr. Sirsa,
the second most important
that
thing
this
here
underlines the fairness of the process. That's what you're saying. Because the AAP said earlier, and they have said it on this particular show, that look, under this PMLA Act, you are condemned to be guilty, and it actually overturns the burden of guilt, etc., etc. So you're saying that that is not quite true and that the AAP's claims have been exposed as hollow. Okay, that's point one. What's your second point?
No, Rahul, very important thing is here is, today Aam Aadmi Party has to come out in either saying that Justice Sanjiv Khanna was absolutely right while giving to bail to Mr. Sanjay Singh and rejecting bail of Manish Sisodia. Okay. Or they have to say that Justice Sanjiv Khanna was wrong there also in Manish Sisodia case and wrong here also while giving bail to Sanjay Singh. They cannot say that Justice Sanjiv Khanna ji was right while giving the bail but was wrong while not giving the bail. They have to come out with clean hands that whether Justice Sanjiv Khanna is giving a... That's right.
Let me bring in Mr. Sethi here. He's a AAP sympathizer and a political analyst. Now, Mr. Sethi, this is an important turning point, but remember that the granting of bail happens in the normal course. It is not really an ascription of innocence. It doesn't mean that you're innocent. The trial will go on. There'll be many twists. And it also doesn't mean that Kejriwal or Sisodia are innocent.
जी देखिए, जिस प्रकार ईडी का गठन हुआ था, ईडी स्पेशल पावर्स के साथ उसका गठन हुआ था, स्पेशल पावर ऑफ अरेस्ट और बेल, उसकी कोई भी व्यक्ति जिसको पकड़ा जाता है, पहले तो ईडी का गठन इसलिए हुआ था कि जो ड्रग्स पेडलर के लिए और टेररिस्ट के लिए उसको भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने अपना टूल बना लिया और विपक्ष के नेताओं को टारगेट कर दिया। लेकिन अब जो बेल संजय सिंह की हुई है उसके अंदर क्लियर कट ईडी ने कहा है कि हमें अगर इनकी बेल देने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आप इनको बेल दे सकते हैं। अगर ईडी जब तक नहीं चाहेगी तब तक कोर्ट बेल नहीं देगा, चाहे सत्येंद्र जैन हो, चाहे अरविंद केजरीवाल हो।
No, sir, I'm sorry, you got it wrong. No, one second, I need to correct you here. This is misinformation, because had the ED opposed it and not conceded, then the Supreme Court, and it is saying so, it says so, that they would have given this man bail. Why? And let me read out the quote. Mr. Raju, please keep in mind, we have to, as per section 45, observe in favor of the petitioner. Please understand the implications of that during the trial. So get instructions on whether you need further custody or not, unquote. This makes it very clear, sir. And I anticipated this. That's why I focused on this aspect, that you would say this. Remember that the Supreme Court had said, आप lunch वंच खा के आइए और दोपहर में हमें बताइए if you are going to proceed to oppose. Because if you proceed to oppose, then as per section 45, we will observe in favor of the petitioner. उनको hint दे दिया था कि अपनी basically embarrassment, don't embarrass yourself, go get instructions. They got the instruction, they said ठीक है भाई, हमारा यहाँ पर नाक कट जाती, so let us submit. That is basically what has happened. So don't say this, sir, please. Don't constantly make this entire judicial process into some kind of kangaroo court. This is not a kangaroo court, sir. The court had applied its mind and it had told the Solicitor General, Dekho bhai, we are going to give this guy bail. So don't say this, sir, please. Let's be careful about what we are saying. Sethi साहब.
नहीं देखिए, जिस प्रकार अभी हाँ उन्होंने संजय सिंह को बेल दी, उनकी जो पूछताछ थी वो ख़त्म हुई या जो भी हुआ, लेकिन कोर्ट ने संजय सिंह को बेल दी, लेकिन ईडी अगर स्ट्रांगली उसको कंडेम करती तो कोर्ट
मेरा सवाल सिंपल है, नहीं मेरा सवाल बहुत सिंपल है आपको सर. Do you today believe this particular issue is now being prosecuted in a fair manner? You are happy that Sanjay Singh got bail. The same judge denied Sisodia bail, saying that look, Sisodia there is a money trail of 330 plus crores. So you should accept it then, sir, that this case is strong. Jahan par galat tha, court stepped in and corrected the wrong. Jahan par galat hai, the court is saying sorry, the matter will take its course.
नहीं, उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि कोई पैसे की कोई रिकवरी नहीं हुई है, कोई पैसा
इस मामले में,
इनके मामले में केस मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ भी है.
नहीं वो नहीं है सर. मैं नहीं ये गलत है, ये गलत है. मैं आपको बताता हूं सर, मनीष सिसोदिया के केस में मैं आपको एकदम वो पॉइंट दिखाता हूं. October 30th 2023, प्लीज सर लुक अप योर ओन फैक्ट्स. October 30th 2023, the Supreme Court on Manish Sisodia said money trail of 338 crore has been tentatively established in the Delhi excise policy case. Now, let me bring in Mr. Iyer Mitra. Mr. Mitra, what do we have here? Is this a setback for the ED? Is this a massive vindication of the AAP? Or is this now an underlining of the due process?
Thank you, Rahul. So, first, it is a setback for the ED, but it is not a vindication of AAP, because you see, AAP, the whole of AAP, I've just gotten the news right now that for the first time right now, ED has represented in the Supreme Court that AAP as a party has benefited from the proceeds of corruption. Yep. I think it will be breaking news on your channel shortly now.
It is already there. It is breaking.
It is already there. Yeah. So basically what has happened out here is, remember in any case, Rahul, I mean, you jog your memory back, you'll have these facts on your tips, or the tip of your fingers. Every single case, some people are always acquitted, some people are always convicted. That doesn't make the acquitted guilty, it doesn't make the convicted not guilty, right? So here what has happened is, if you actually go through the transcripts, I was only following these law handles on Twitter to see what was happening on the this thing. The ED presented a very, very weak case against Sanjay Singh. I was almost looking at it going, well, what the hell is happening out here? Clearly they don't have a case against Sanjay Singh. But remember, this is the same ED that has very clearly made an extremely strong case against Manish Sisodia, that has very clearly made a strong enough case against Arvind Kejriwal and everybody else caught up, and especially Vijay Nair, in this entire process, right, for the court to believe that they need to be in jail. So what has changed? Clearly the process works. Clearly the process ultimately sees to it that when the ED is overextended itself, it doesn't work. Now I personally have an issue with this, this ED's presumption of guilt as opposed to the presumption of innocence. But let's leave that aside and just look at the way ED is functioning right now.
No, but that is of course part and parcel of the entire the amendments that were made, and they were upheld by the Supreme Court. So you can't blame the ED for that.
So we can't blame the ED for that, right? So we need to look at the ED as it's functioning right now. Remember, these have now become PMLA cases. PMLA case mein, ED has what, an insane 98-99% conviction rate.
That's right.
They hardly get things wrong.
That's right.
So again, you will pick up a lot of people for interrogation and questioning. Some of them will turn out to be innocent. Some of them, or you might not have evidence on them. They might not be innocent. You might not have evidence on them. And some will be found guilty.
Okay, let me bring in Ananya Bhatnagar, who has been covering the courts and this latest development that we are breaking. Ananya, tell us, what's going on here? The Enforcement Directorate is now extending the ambit of this investigation to include the Aam Aadmi Party as a whole.
Well, definitely, Rahul, this is a big development coming in so far as, in fact, the whole Liquorgate probe is concerned. Section 70 of the PMLA has been invoked officially against, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party very clearly and categorically, and a very big statement, though the 70 argument had been put forth before that also. But today, in the reply that has been accessed exclusively by CNN News 18 for its viewers, very clearly and categorically, it has gone on to say that the Aam Aadmi Party did money laundering through Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. These are the words that have been stated by the Enforcement Directorate in its lengthy reply filed before the Delhi High Court opposing the petition filed by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, challenging his arrest in fact, the money laundering case pertaining to the liquor scam. Not only this, they also go on to say that even after multiple opportunities, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has remained evasive. He had, skipped those 9 summons, and ultimately, even after High Court had, denied him an interim relief, then the Enforcement Directorate itself had to go and arrest Mr. Arvind Kejriwal in this particular case. And that's exactly the big statement, Rahul, that comes in is that the Aam Aadmi Party did money laundering by way of, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal, Section 70 being invoked, because it is a political party and it comes under the ambit of the company definition of Section 70 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The big claim of the Enforcement Directorate coming in by way of this affidavit that we've accessed exclusively.
Well, does this have repercussions for the Aam Aadmi Party participation in the elections itself? Now, that is a fundamental point, viewers, which will be raised, of course. Ananya Bhatnagar, what can we conclude on this particular point? Because if you are accusing an entire party of being corrupt, then that might have implications, given that the code of conduct is in place right now.
Well, definitely, a whole political party has now been accused, which according to the PMLA, what can follow for, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party is that, first of all, their bank accounts can be attached, their fundings can actually be, frozen, is, attachment can happen under the PMLA. That would be the biggest hit to them. And also because, political parties are registered under the registration of the Representation of the People Act, and there can be a complaint to the Election Commission of India that, there is some kind of a vicarious liability being attached to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal also. And now that the Aam Aadmi Party will, Section 70 would be invoked against the Aam Aadmi Party, then please derecognize this party. This can also, actually happen to the Aam Aadmi Party. But the biggest problem that could actually occur is with regards to the freezing of the bank accounts of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is
well, let us try to get some former ECs in on this. This is big breaking news, viewers, coming on the hard facts, a big development. It's a development which is big because the backdrop are the elections. Remember, the Congress party has won a small reprieve from the income tax authorities. Yesterday, the IT told the Supreme Court that, look, we will not recover the 3,000 odd crores that the Congress party owes us in liabilities till the elections get over. But that doesn't prevent, viewers, the ED from approaching the EC or the EC suo moto taking action and confiscating as proceeds of crime, as attaching as proceeds of crime, funds of the Aam Aadmi Party, viewers. Remember, in one particular case, the proceed of crime has already been established as 330 odd crores, viewers. That's a big amount of money. AAP is contesting primarily elections in 2 states. 330 odd crores attached from the Aam Aadmi Party could make it really, really, really vulnerable, and also, of course, render it incapacitated in going ahead and contesting those elections. It could make it very problematic. But we're going to try and get you more analysis of that, the implications of this, because if AAP is a beneficiary of the crime, viewers, then a whole set of new implications emerge. We'll try to connect you with a former election commissioner or even those who can interpret as lawyers the Representation of People's Act and give us a slightly more detailed perspective on the implications for AAP as such. But let me just open this up. Tehseen Poonawalla also joins this conversation. Ayyar Mitra has been there with us. Tehseen Poonawalla, it's not looking very good for the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's be honest. that yes, they've got a reprieve in the Sanjay Singh case, but given the fact that the Supreme Court has already prima facie established that there were proceeds of crime, there was a cash trail, a money trail of 338 crores at Manish Sisodia's doorstep, and that Mr. Kejriwal has to answer on the back of several witness statements and the direct link, according to the Enforcement Directorate, between the proceeds of crime and those monies that were diverted towards the AAP's campaign in Goa, there also seems to be enough tenable evidence to paint Mr. Kejriwal into a corner. This is not looking good. You can choose and pick your examples. You can say that, oh, the Sanjay Singh bail means that today the case is completely devoid of any substance, but you know that you will be basically misrepresenting the facts as even the Supreme Court has interpreted them in a different setting and at a different time. Mr. Poonawalla.
Thank you, Rahul, for having me on the show. At the onset, many congratulations to Abhijit Iyer Mitra. He's been on Twitter predicting things in advance. So Abhijit, good one. He predicted Atishi's press conference as well. And this morning he called me and he told me what the press conference was about. So the Delhi gossip is doing well. But let me get to the heart of the issue and the meat of the issue as they may be. Number one, as I'd spoken on your show yesterday, Sanjay Singh it's a matter of time till Sanjay Singh gets bail. This was something we discussed yesterday on your show, and that's happened today. So there was zero evidence against Sanjay Singh. Now we can say that as the BJP saying, look, this means the process is fair. It does not mean the process is fair. It exactly shows how the ED is being misused. Who will return 4 to 6 months of Sanjay Singh's life? Who will return it? DK Shivkumar, the case is now quashed, ED. The press releases with DK Shivkumar, we have right money trail 90 crores, case quashed. Who will return DK Shivkumar's one year of the life? ED, as Abhijit in his opening remarks said, is not just draconian. You gave ED a clean chit saying that is the law, but these officers have to remember that the clock will turn. These are good, honest officers, IPS, IRS officers. They do not deserve to be doing this, what they're doing. Now let's come to the other issues you're raising about the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi. The case against the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, the evidence against him is as much as the Honorable Prime Minister's press conferences, zero. Just because one person, P. Sarath Chandra Reddy, whose family firm, a public listed company, donates to the BJP, therefore he turns around. The other chap, Raghav, whose father is arrested, he then turns around. And 2 other witnesses, yes, but these 2 people, on these flimsy evidences, we picked up a sitting chief minister, and now, in a desperate attempt to ban political opponents, ED is acting desperately, despicably, in a manner that does not behove our great constitution and our great democracy.
Can I ask you?
At a time of election, one second, Rahul, at a time of election, even if they don't take this action right now, the fact that they are willing to put a legitimate political party, national party under stress, shows exactly to the depths this organization
now
ED,
viewers,
which I often term BD,
Mr. Poonawalla,
BD or Bajrang Dal has fallen down to. And I repeat, let's
be a bit careful about ascribing names. No, 1 second. You might, but the channel will get into trouble. It has happened in a previous. 1 second, sir. Please let me just.
These officers,
sir, can you, Tehseen Poonawalla, give me 30 seconds on this, please. That's fine. You can come out fulminating, but remember, viewers, yesterday, in a shocking move, the income tax department comes out just because some chaps in the Congress party were hollering about the fact that they would be hobbled if money was taken. Liabilities rather were recouped. And yesterday, the income tax department says, no, we will not. We will let these Congress chaps have their money, which they owed to the public, allegedly. If you were to go by the ITAT orders, etc., and the High Court orders, till after the election, I am waiting for the income tax authorities to extend the same principle to hundreds and thousands of other tax defaulters. Why should the Congress party get a special deal? Who is the Congress party? Viewers?
Rahul, you're reading this wrong.
No, 1 second. Of course not. I'm not reading it wrong. The IT said, listen, let the elections get over, then we will make our recoveries. Let us use legitimate taxpayer money for our election expenses. I wish, and I want to ask you, Iyer Mitra, in which country are people, would you, for example, be given this, great beneficent benefit of the doubt by the income tax department. Supposing you owed money to the income tax department for 15 years, you didn't pay your taxes, and then you said, no, I have to send my kid to study abroad, the life will come to an end, I have to pay my medical expenses, so tide me over for a couple of years, and the income tax said, nahi bacche, koi baat nahi, aapko hum 2-3 saal baad baat karenge, we'll give you the allowance. And this same Tehseen Poonawala is today sitting in judgment of the ED. I cannot understand this. After getting benefit of the doubt for the Congress from the income tax department, which no Indian would have got. Ayyar Mitra.
So 2 points out there. See, the Congress is a major national party. I think the issue here was rule of law in election cases versus election integrity. And I think that was the balancing act that had to be done. But I suspect then that, you can go and keep getting postponements of action and deferrals of action.
Listen, every one of us has some, every one of us has some exigency, and we would rather not be spending money paying taxes and using it to pay off our other loans, buy our houses, etc. Anyhow, let me just take a short break. 1 second, Ayyar Mitra, let me just take a short break. I'm under pressure. I'll come right back to you on this story in 2 minutes. Don't go away, viewers. We have a lot to discuss.
Let's take a look at what actually the 2015 RTI reveals on the Katchatheevu island that has been cited by the Congress party. Now, it states that 1974 agreement did not involve either acquiring or ceding of territory. This is what the 2015 RTI reveals, the territory that belongs to India, since the area in question had never been demarcated. So this is what 2015 RTI reveals, that the area was never demarcated, and under the agreements, the island of Katchatheevu is on the Sri Lankan side of the water of the India-Sri Lanka International Maritime Boundary Line. This is what was there in the 2015 RTI, which has now been cited by the Congress party while hitting back at the centre over the allegations on Katchatheevu. Pallavi continues. Pallavi and Aman continue to stay with us. Pallavi, now coming to you. The claim that is coming in from the Congress party is that there are discrepancies in the 2015 RTI report and the 2024 RTI report. And they have even questioned that, is that because the elections are near?
Absolutely. In fact, the whole of yesterday, the Congress party, Anjali, has been consistently making the point that, first of all, which I just mentioned, if like when the Prime Minister spoke about it for the first time in Lok Sabha in 2023, why is it that the government is now raking this up issue? They had enough of time because they are in power, clearly, and they could have done something about it, because the BJP has always claimed to, and the government has always claimed to have a very robust foreign policy. And, it could have been very easily done. And why was it not done? Second, a leader after leader has gone on to say that this is just a selective usage of the RTI report. Whatever side suits the BJP narrative, they pick it up and they try to create a narrative. They're trying to create a rift between the DMK and the Congress. Like, more than a Congress, which is, of course, a national level party and also has stakes in Tamil Nadu, DMK is a Tamil Nadu based party. That's an emotive factor, because Tamil versus Tamil, along with Sri Lanka, is always had that very deep emotional connect for generations, as we were talking about, Anjali. So what is the BJP trying to do politically? Stoke and provoke the DMK to ask them this question: look, isn't the Congress becoming a liability?
Viewers, lots of news coming in. Amit Shah has also spoken to CNN News 18. I'll just come to that in a few minutes. But let me just set the entire context for his reaction, his exclusive interaction with TV18. Viewers, earlier today, a sectarian Islamic party, the SDPI, has pledged its support to Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad and the Congress party across the state of Kerala in the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha polls. The SDPI is influential among Muslims in the state of Kerala that constitute around a quarter of the electorate. This is, of course, not the first time that the SDPI would have pledged its support to the Congress. Apart from earlier instances in Kerala, the SDPI has also pledged its support to the Congress in Karnataka. In fact, the sectarian political party had also once claimed that it had a tacit electoral understanding with the Congress in Karnataka. Aside from the south, the Congress has shared the state with with sectarian outfits in Bengal ahead of the elections there, as also was in alliance with the AIUDF in Assam. The BJP has wasted no time in targeting the Congress over its duplicity. The BJP's charge, and of course, basically the BJP has come out and accused the Congress of duplicity, viewers. The BJP's charge is not entirely without basis. The fact is that the Congress had called for a ban on the SDPI in Karnataka, and it did there. It stands to reason it should have also done so in Kerala, but the Congress has not done so. And it is worth noting that it hasn't even unambiguously rejected the SDPI's offer of support. Now let me take you back to April 2022. Then the Congress in Karnataka, its MLAs and MLCs met with then Chief Minister Mr. Bommai seeking a ban on SDPI and PFI. The SDPI and PFI are responsible for creating unrest in the state. It also told Mr. Bommai, the then Chief Minister of Karnataka, the SDPI and PFI are spreading unrest over issues like hijab and halal. However, now viewers, the Kerala Congress acting president MM Hassan says the party is discussing SDPI support. We have not held discussions with SDPI seeking its support. Acting President MM Hassan refuses to call SDPI a communal organization. Look at it, viewers. In Karnataka, communal. In Kerala, silence. Silence. Viewers, you make up your mind. The courts have also taken a dim view of the SDPI's antecedents. The courts have linked the political party to the banned terrorist organization, the PFI. For example, the courts on RSS worker Sanjeet murder. The Kerala High Court said PFI and SDPI are extremist outfits, not banned, however. The PFI and SDPI indulging in various acts of violence. In the Praveen Netaru murder case, the Karnataka High Court, October 2023, said evidence proves conspiracy to eliminate Hindu leaders, group driven by intent to threaten one section of citizens. Viewers, these are all hard facts, and they expose the duality of what we are seeing. Amit Shah reacting to this, Amit Shah speaking to CNN News 18, and right after that, viewers, I will of course break more details of the flip-flop that the Congress has done on this particular issue. We're going to try and get to that Amit Shah remark, but let me just open this up. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Tom Vadakkan, spokesperson of the BJP, Kamru Chaudhary and Tehseen Punala. Let me begin with you first, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. In Kerala, you are silent. You are absolutely silent on this offer of support from the SDPI. In Karnataka, you wanted the SDPI banned. Why, sir? Why isn't the Congress coming out? Why isn't someone like you coming out and saying, sorry, the SDPI must be banned in Kerala also?
No. First thing first, under the constitution, is SDPI a banned organization? Yes or no, Rahul?
So why were you then asking for its ban in Karnataka?
There were reasons to be asked for.
Oh, so you mean to say that in different states the SDPI becomes a different organization? It changes its stripes?
Now, just get over with that feeling of a superiority feeling that in Karnataka Congress has got to ban the SDPI, and in Kerala it is. Why is the ecosystem so worried about SDPI when the Home Ministry itself
the courts have said that the SDPI is a communal organization that is spreading hate between communities.
Now let me expose the relationship between SDPI and the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Union Home Ministry, which recommends to ban any organization, why is it not recommending the banning of the SDPI if it is such a communal organization? And if an organization expresses its support for a particular party, then you want to brand it as communal, anti-national and whatnot. Now the hypocrisy does not begin here.
Now hang on. So what was the... No, hang on. 1 second. First of all, viewers, it's the state governments that have to propose to the centre to ban organizations. Excuse me, give me 30 seconds, please. Stop shouting, give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. The proof has to be collected, viewers, by the authorities. The law and order is a state subject. They have to first accumulate the proof. to present a case, because even if the centre were to move to ban the SDPI, they need to go to the courts to adduce the proof. Who collects the proof, viewers? We have to ask this question first. But that is immaterial. The Congress itself has come out and said, viewers, that we want the BJP then government under Mr. Bomai to ban the SDPI. And here, it is not asking for a ban in Kerala. It is not even saying that we do not want your support. We reject your offer. We point blank believe that you're a sectarian organization. This despite the fact that the Kerala High Court itself has branded the SDPI and PFI as extremist outfits and said they're not banned. Let me bring in Ayyar Mitra on this point. Ayyar Mitra, what do you make of this? No, 1 second, Kamru Chaudhary, you made your point. You've said the BJP is the one who's hypocritical.
No, I have got a 10-second point, please.
No, your 10 seconds never end. So let me bring in Ayyar Mitra.
Rahul, when I was a little kid, I saw these in Hong Kong circus. I saw these Chinese contortionist acts, you see. For the first time, I should thank you for bringing back this childhood memory that I'm seeing this Chinese contortionist act again after almost 40 years now. So thank you for that, Rahul. Think of the logic of this. They want to ban it in Karnataka. They don't want to ban it in Kerala. And then when asked about it, they say it is the centre's problem. Have you banned it or have you not banned it? But this has been the Congress politics throughout. You see, when they support somebody, or if somebody supports them, they are not communal. The Congress after independence supported the worst kind of revanchist people who were worse, in fact, than Jinnah. Jinnah opposed them, so he was communal, and Congress gave certificates of secularism to everybody, all the Muslim leaders who then supported it. This is the same. You have seen this with Mukhtar Ansari's funeral this time. How many of these public intellectuals, some of them in the Congress, have come out and said, oh, he was a very noble guy, you see. It didn't matter if he went around killing, raping, murdering people. He was a great benefactor to all the people and things like that. So, I support Kamru Chaudhary in this 100%. I think SDPI, is misunderstood. They are like the Taliban and ISIS. The Taliban and ISIS were highly secular, progressive organizations. They were progressive feminists in a cultural context. So, Kamru is absolutely right. SDPI in Karnataka is actually very regressive. But SDPI in Kerala, and especially when it comes in contact with the Congress, is a highly progressive feminist party in the Kerala context of things.
Well, maybe tomorrow the Congress should tie up with the Bajrang Dal, because they will also become progressive then. Obviously, the Congress has this great benefactorial effect on anyone it ties up with. Anyhow, let me just bring in Amit Shah here, the Union Home Minister, before I bring in Mr. Tehseen Poonawala and Tom Vadakkan. Amit Shah, reacting on these stories, viewers, listen in.
क्या लगता है सर आपको बीजेपी सक्सेसफुली ओल्ड मैसूर में इनरोड्स कर पाया है?
सिर्फ ओल्ड मैसूर नहीं, हम पूरे कर्नाटक की सभी 28 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जेडीएस गठबंधन जीतेगा। पूरी कर्नाटक की जनता मोदी जी को तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री देखना चाहती है। आप एक जन सैलाब दिखाइए, जो जन सैलाब आज उमड़ा है वो ही बताता है कि पूरा कर्नाटक मोदी जी का स्वागत करने के लिए तैयार है।
सर एक तरफ कांग्रेस अपनी गारंटियों के बारे में बात कर रहा है, पर मोदी की गारंटी ग्राउंड लेवल पर रेजोनेट हो रहा है। आपको क्राउड में काफी लोग बता रहे हैं कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स का वो कितने बेनिफिशियरीज हैं। कितना बड़ा मुद्दा होगा सर ये इलेक्शन में?
देखिए, बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा बनने वाला है, और मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मोदी जी ने करोड़ों लाभार्थियों को जो फायदा दिया है, वो जरूर इस बार मोदी जी को तीसरी बार चुनेगा।
सर, और मेरा आखिरी प्रश्न सर, कांग्रेस को केरला में एसडीपीआई का सपोर्ट मिला है सर, ये क्या इंफर कर सकते हैं सर, ये एसडीपीआई सपोर्टिंग कांग्रेस इन केरला सर?
देखिए, मुझे इसमें कोई आश्चर्य नहीं है। कांग्रेस आई वर्षों से सांप्रदायिक ताकतों का साथ लेकर देश विरोधी अभियानों का प्रच्छिन्न रूप से समर्थन कर रही है। एसडीपीआई का सपोर्ट लेने का मतलब ही होता है कि आप भारत की एकता और अखंडता में विश्वास नहीं करते।
Sir, finally, South India okay, that was Union Minister Mr. Amit Shah saying that the guarantees of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is resonating with people. They will win all 28 seats in Karnataka. In Ramnagar, Harish Upadhyay.
Well, that was Harish Upadhyay getting us that exclusive reaction on the SDPI tie-up, viewers. Extremely propitious because it came right in the middle of our debate. Let's go back to that debate. Let me ask Mr. Poonawalla. Mr. Poonawalla, sorry to keep you waiting. We had to play out that reaction. But look, you heard Amit Shah. He says, I'm not surprised at all that the Congress has sort of bent over backwards to accept the support of this sectarian organization, because this is what it inevitably always does. Now, I would have asked this question of Mr. Chaudhary, but he usually doesn't give me a straight answer. So I'm going to ask you this, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. In the last election, if you might remember, the Congress tied up with another sectarian outfit called the AIUDF in Assam, where Mr. Chaudhary comes from. And at that time, I don't know if you remember, it was an unpopular move. Why? Because the late Tarun Gogoi had said, oh my dead body, will I ever allow the Congress to tie AIUDF? The Congress said no problem. In the neighboring state of Bengal, it shared the stage not only with its left ally, but with an ally of the left, which was also a very communally charged, divisive sectarian organization called the ISF. Now, what is this affinity? Since you're a secular party, what is this affinity for these communal, divisive, sectarian organizations? Why does the Congress platform them like this?
Grateful for the question. I'll complete my answer in 90 seconds and I'll give you a straight answer. I am not surprised, and I'm sure Kamaru is not surprised, the SDPI stories come out, and SDPI came out with this release that they are supporting the Congress. SDPI is an arm and a B team of the BJP. It's Karandis to help the BJP polarize the elections. Because I'm quoting 29 September 2022, the Election Commission of India said the Ministry of Home Affairs, the gentleman that you were just interviewing right now, the Honorable Home Minister of India, has given as many evidences of SDPI being involved with PFI at the Prime Minister's press conference. It's zero. Since 2022, I have been with you personally, Rahul, on this issue 3 times. Come the elections, come SDPI. The evidence against SDPI is as many as the Prime Minister's press conference is zero. Now, I think SDPI must be banned. But the man who's giving the interview to your colleague should be the one taking the decision. So if he stops campaigning and does some work, it'll be better. Now, one more thing. Let me just make one more point out here. I firmly believe that action should be taken against the SDPI. And I think the Congress has gone about saying that action should be taken. The fact of the matter
Congress today, viewers, is in power in Karnataka for more than a year.
Because it helps the BJP.
No, one second. The Congress is in Karnataka, is in power in Karnataka for a year. It lined up outside the former Chief Minister's office, Mr. Bomai's office, asking for a ban on the SDPI. Now it's zipped up. And let me tell you, viewers, that the Congress has a habit of calling various political parties B teams. So let me tell you, the AAP, it said, was the BJP's B team. The AIMM, it said, was the BJP's B team. The BRS, it says, is the BJP's B team. The BJD, it says, is the BJP's B team. Yet, viewers, yet, when the time comes, viewers, the same Congress ties up with the AAP. It even enters into some sort of an understanding in certain local body elections with the AIMM. And viewers, it has no compunctions about tying up with sectarian organizations, even when its own senior tall leaders have said, no, don't do it. That part reeks of hypocrisy, viewers. But let me bring in Tom Vadakkan, because he's the BJP's national spokesperson. Ban the SDPI. That's what the Congress says today. They won't accept that they are duplicitous. They say HM is duplicitous. Ban the SDPI.
Rahul, it's easier said than done. As it's been rightly pointed out here, that this input must come from the state. The input from the High Court of Kerala is clearly stating that this is a terrorist organization, anti-national, and they've walked that extra mile to explain it. If the CPM or the LDF does not see the writing on the wall, that is not the case where the Home Minister can take it suo moto. Because ultimately, law and order of a state is within the state government. So to say and claim that, well, why wasn't it banned? We are not a kangaroo republic where we can take things into our hand.
Okay.
A. 1 minute. B. Now let me get this straight. No, let me complete this.
Kangaroo republic.
No, let me complete this. No. There is another issue involved here. The fact that Ashraf Maulvi, the president of SDPI, has withdrawn the candidate who was there in Wayanad, has been withdrawn. And here is the Congress saying that, well, we don't, it is a situation, Rahul, I remember David
But just forget the Congress. The left is also saying the same.
Exactly.
The left is also saying the same. In fact, they've asked, yes, Ayer Mitra wants to come in. 1 second, Mr. Barakan. Yes.
I have 1 minute.
A very quick point, if you'll indulge me, Rahul.
Yeah.
I quickly wanted to ask Kamru Bhai. Kamru Bhai, do you know who Puthuvital Naushad is? No. Do you know who Ramesh Chennitala is?
You are asking a question. Let Rahul ask the question. Why are you
this thing?
Can you just reply? Can I reply? Okay. Can you reply? What happened when Siddaramaya, when the entire right wing was going after Siddaramaya ji in Karnataka? When
this is Ramesh.
Okay, 1 second. Yes, Mr. Iyer, you are pointing to something. Clearly, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary doesn't know who these individuals are. So, can you tell us?
Ramesh Chennitala is a major Congress leader in Kerala. This is Ramesh Chennitala at the house of a Congress worker, Puthuvital Naushad, who Ramesh Chennitala is alleging was hacked to death by the SDPI.
Well, viewers,
look at Kamru, a Congress member.
Well, viewers, let me tell you, the Congress can settle this entire debate right now. Rahul Gandhi can come out and tell the people of Wayanad that the Congress rejects out of hand the support of the SDPI. And then call upon the left chief minister there to ban the SDPI. Matter will be settled, viewers. I'll take a short break.
Powered by.
Let's take a look at what actually the 2015 RTI reveals on the Katchatheevu island that has been cited by the Congress party. Now, it states that 1974 agreement did not involve either acquiring or ceding of territory. This is what the 2015 RTI reveals, the territory that belongs to India, since the area in question had never been demarcated. So this is what 2015 RTI reveals, that the area was never demarcated, and under the agreements, the island of Katchatheevu is on the Sri Lankan side of the water of the India-Sri Lanka International Maritime Boundary Line. This is what was there in the 2015 RTI, which has now been cited by the Congress party while hitting back at the centre over the allegations on Katchatheevu. Pallavi continues. Pallavi and Aman continue to stay with us. Pallavi, now coming to you. The claim that is coming in from the Congress party is that there are discrepancies in the 2015 RTI report and the 2024 RTI report. And they have even questioned that, is that because the elections are near?
Absolutely. In fact, the whole of yesterday, the Congress party, Anjali, has been consistently making the point that, first of all, which I just mentioned, if like when the Prime Minister spoke about it for the first time in Lok Sabha in 2023, why is it that the government is now raking this up issue? They had enough of time because they are in power, clearly, and they could have done something about it, because the BJP has always claimed to, and the government has always claimed to have a very robust foreign policy. And, you know, it could have been very easily done. And why was it not done? Second, I mean, a leader after leader has gone on to say that this is just a selective usage of the RTI report. Whatever side suits the BJP narrative, they pick it up and they try to create a narrative. They're trying to create a rift between the DMK and the Congress. like more than a Congress, which is of course a national level party and also has stakes in Tamil Nadu, DMK is a Tamil Nadu based party. That's an emotive factor because Tamil versus Tamil, along with Sri Lanka, is always had that very deep emotional connect for generations, as we were talking about, Anjali. So what is the BJP trying to do politically? Stoke and provoke the DMK to ask them this question, look, isn't the Congress becoming a liability for you? How are you going to respond to that? And when we are going to see the election dates nearing in Tamil Nadu, of course the BJP is going to build up the tempo on this. That's what they are doing vis-a-vis the DMK. But moving beyond that at the national level, as I just pointed out, of course they are going to push the narrative that the Congress has always been against nationalism. 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Pulwama, Balakot airstrike, something which the BJP has never allowed the Congress to forget. And that's the point which Congress has been saying. That Antigvijay Singh, I remember, Udit Raj, all of them would say, let elections come. BJP will find out an agenda and they're going to push it and they're going to try and play the nationalism card. That's exactly what the Congress is now accusing the BJP of.
All right, Pallavi, please stay with us. Aman, now coming to you, in yesterday's press conference that was held by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, he said that it was the Congress that gave away the island, but it was the DMK that hid it. In fact, the 2024 RTI also mentions that Karunanidhi was very well taken into confidence and he took this decision to not make any public stand for obvious political reasons. So what could have been these obvious political reasons?
Well, Anjali, that is the real damaging part for the DMK here. You know, DMK always has taken a public stand that it did not want this island to be given away to Sri Lanka. That's been the DMK's consistent stand. It has been writing to the center to, in fact, get back the island. But now what has transpired through this RTI, the new revelation which has come is that in 1974, Indira Gandhi had sent the then Foreign Secretary, Mr. Kejriwal Singh, to Chennai to meet Mr. M. Karunanidhi, who was then the DMK chief as well as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The Chief Minister was briefed about the entire suggested proposal that, to hand over this island to Sri Lanka and settle this dispute as a bilateral measure. Mr. M. Karunanidhi said he was in principle agreement with it. He was convinced by it. Only that M. Karunanidhi is quoted in that RTI document saying that, I cannot be expected to take a political stand over it publicly because, there are political reasons. He even promised the Foreign Secretary that he would keep the reaction in Tamil Nadu at a low key, ensure that things don't go out of hand because it's an emotive issue for.
क्या लगता है सर आपको बीजेपी सक्सेसफुली ओल्ड मैसूर में इनरोड्स कर पाया है?
सिर्फ ओल्ड मैसूर नहीं, हम पूरे कर्नाटक की सभी 28 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जेडीएस गठबंधन जीतेगा। पूरी कर्नाटक की जनता मोदी जी को तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री देखना चाहती है। आप एक जन सैलाब दिखाइए, जो जन सैलाब आज उमड़ा है वही बताता है कि पूरा कर्नाटक मोदी जी का स्वागत करने के लिए तैयार है।
सर एक तरफ कांग्रेस अपनी गारंटियों के बारे में बात कर रहा है, पर मोदी की गारंटी ग्राउंड लेवल पर रेजोनेट हो रहा है। आपको क्राउड में काफी लोग बता रहे हैं कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स का वो कितने बेनिफिशियरीज हैं। कितना बड़ा मुद्दा होगा सर ये इलेक्शन में?
देखिए, बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा बनने वाला है और मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मोदी जी ने करोड़ दिया है, वो जरूर इस बार मोदी जी को तीसरी बार चुनेगा।
सर और मेरा आखिरी प्रश्न सर, कांग्रेस को केरला में एसडीपीआई का सपोर्ट मिला है सर, ये क्या इंफर कर सकते हैं सर ये एसडीपीआई सपोर्टिंग कांग्रेस इन केरला सर?
देखिए, मुझे इसमें कोई आश्चर्य नहीं है। कांग्रेस आई वर्षों से सांप्रदायिक ताकतों का साथ लेकर देश विरोधी अभियानों का प्रच्छिन्न रूप से समर्थन कर रही है। एसडीपीआई का सपोर्ट लेने का मतलब ही होता है कि आप भारत की एकता और अखंडता में विश्वास नहीं करते।
सर फाइनली साउथ इंडिया में ओके, दैट वाज यूनियन मिनिस्टर मिस्टर अमित शाह सेइंग दैट the guarantees of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is resonating with people. They will win all 28 seats in Karnataka.
Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I am Anand Narsimhan. First up, ladies and gentlemen, GST revenue for March saw the second highest collection ever at 1.78 lakh crore, seeing 11.5% year-on-year growth. This surge was driven by a significant rise in GST collection from domestic transactions at 17.6%. Also in a first, the yearly transactions through UPI or the Unified Payment Interface crossed 100 billion in a financial year. The UPI posted a record 57% rise in volume compared to the previous financial year, and there's been a deeper entrenchment of UPI with increased use of the platform for even small ticket items. Meanwhile, Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, Mahindra & Mahindra have all reported higher car sales in the month of March, wrapping up the fiscal 20